All right, all right, all right. We are live. We are fantastic, fantastic. Alrighty, traders. So, welcome to another edition of Market Update Time with yours truly. um, Today's session is all about having a look at the gold stocks. So we're going to have a look at the gold and silver stocks. That is, but we're going to have a look at those, and I'm going to share with you what I see. And basically, is the next gold stocks bull run about to start, or maybe has it started already? So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in today's session, and what I'm going to be walking you through. So let's get straight into this right now, guys. Before I do start, do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video or this live session, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There's no guarantees of making a profit in the market, and it does take a long time to become a good trader. So be smart about the way that you're investing and trading in the market. Alrighty, guys. So let's actually get straight into what I want to share with you today. Now, what I want to share with you today is about the gold stocks, the silver and in particular the gold stocks. And the reason why I want to share that with you is because it's really, really, really interesting to see what's happening right now on the actual gold stock. So right now we're looking at, this is gold here we're looking at, but I really want to focus mainly on the actual gold stocks itself. So if I go to, firstly, I'll go to the GDX. And I want to share this with the GDX here because something has been really opening up my eyes these last sort of couple of weeks to what's really going on right now on the GDX. As we can see, right, like looking at this GDX here, that we actually had this sort of, we had a low back through here, we had a low back through here, then we had a higher low, and then a higher low, and now we've had another higher low all through here as well. So having these higher lows all through here, obviously the buyers are raising their prices. And so we're having that all through there. And then suddenly we get a big, big, big sort of vertical spike out of this market here. So we're getting a big vertical spike, out of this here. And with lots and lots of volume as well too. Now we can see what's happening through here on the GDX. Now if I bring up my trend lines, what you can see is this is actually a very, very bullish sign. Now let me explain the reason why. As you can see, right, like I have a support line here around that 21.25 level, which is support, 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 support all the way through. And then the market broke through, and then we continued up to hit resistance. If this was a continuation on the downside, we would have continued down. Due to the fact that we actually broke back above this resistance line where we are right now, due to the fact that we've done that, now tells me that we now have a very good chance of actually now possibly starting a next bull run in the markets. Now, the next bull run for me, I have a target myself on the GDX right now. Let me see if I can do this on the GDX. And I have my first target anyway is back up the top here of this top channel here at $25. That's where my very first target is on GDX. Now, if it breaks past that, I go to my weekly chart, then if it breaks past that, then we could start to see potentially a couple of year bull run starting to happen from there. But my very first target on this one, since we've broken it back above this, very high probability target of this thing getting up to $25. Now, time frame, I don't know. It could be it could be 1 week, it could be 1 month. So that's what we're looking at there on the GDX. So the next bull run is the next bull run about to start, getting very, very, very bullish signs right now. And the same for the GDXJ as well too. Same sort of thing. Now the GDXJ, we actually had this trend line coming down through here. As you can see, resistance, resistance, or resistance through here as well. And then guess what? And then we found resistance through here, and then we backed off. And then guess what? When we backed off, then boom, the buyers came right out of the woodworks and had his higher low through here. Higher high, higher low, buyers in control. If I remove this trend line now, look what happened with this GDX as well too. Look at this trend line. Support, 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 resistance. It broke back up. And in fact, that level of, it's probably somewhere around about there. That's that level 3. You can see it came back up, came back down, found support, and now we're running back up again. I have a target of 36 to 30, or around about 36. I have a target now on the GDXJ, and if we break that 36, then we could start to see once again. Same with the GDXJ. Sorry, the GDX. We could start to see a nice big bull run coming in the markets out of here. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, guys. I just mainly focused on the gold stocks today, but we could be getting ready for another big bull run in the markets. But this is a very, very, very bullish sign, especially the GDXJ, knowing that we had a double bottom followed by a higher high and a higher low, and then a very big strong move. This has a very high probability chance of getting up to at least 36. Don't place a trade based on that, because there's no, like, even though there's a very high probability chance of that happening, I'm not going to place a trade based on that. I only get in based on when I have a trading setup. Okay. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the chat box below. I'd love to see what you think. Are you in gold? Are you in silver? What do you guys think? It'd be really, really interesting. Now, for you guys that are watching the live stream, let me know in the chat box below. Let me know in the chat box if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer you those questions there. While you're answering those questions, of course, I've got to give my membership a plug. Guys, I'm giving away a free trial to the Master Trader Lab. So go to mastertraderlab.com to grab your free trial to that. And I'm also running a live session this month as well too on my trading system. So head on down there to grab that free trial, mastertraderlab.com. Anyway, guys, so leave a question in the chat box if you have any questions, and what you think through there, and I'll be happy to help you out and help you with any questions there. Jesse B, natural gas has been in an interesting bear market. Natural gas, UNG, natural gas. Yeah, well, look at this here, right? This is why it's so important to watch what the market's doing. Look at this here. So we went sideways for a while, ran up, made a higher high. Then we came down, made a higher low. Big bull run, right? But look at this here. The market came down, created a what? A lower low. Then came up, created the lower high, and now we're actually running just straight back down again. So that was actually a pretty interesting move to see that happening there on that. But as you can see, right, the market was telling you if we broke a lower low through here, that's not a strong bull trend. Now we created a lower high. Now we're just heading back down. So the market, when this market made this lower low through here, you didn't want to be involved with buying it, because why? Because now we created a lower low in the markets. That's not a buyers in control. That's not very bullish. Okay. That's not bullish. Remember, a lower low in the market is potentially reversal in trend. Then we came up and created a lower high, and then the market started selling off. So the market's actually giving you a bit of a warning sign. But look at this here. Look at this here, right? Back here, what was this? We had a high, then we created a higher high, followed by a higher low, breaking through, buyers in control. Suddenly what happened? The buyers in control, and then suddenly they got slammed all the way down to create this low. If you're buying natural gas and you saw this happening, you wouldn't want to do that. Why? Because it's creating a lower low. There's no strong buyers in control at that time. For a high probability enter, would you expect another higher low to form after a strong move up? Daniel, referencing GDX or GDXJ. Daniel, great question, my man. No. Daniel, I only get into a trade based on my trading setup. Even though that has a high probability chance of doing what I think it's going to do. There you go. What I think it's going to do, right? I never get into a trade based on what I think, hope, or fear. So I'm not going to just get into, like, I'm doing some general analysis, and this has a very good chance of getting up to 36. Just because it has a very good chance of getting up to 36, I'm not going to just get into it because of that. No, it has a high probability chance right now of doing that. Now we may get a bit of a pullback first, and then a rally back up to 36, or it might slow step or whatever. I don't know. It may take its time getting up there. The point I'm trying to say is that what I'm reading from the charts, that's what I'm reading from the charts. But me as actually getting into a trade, no, I never get into a trade just based on what I think is going to happen and what I'm reading from the charts. I always get in based on my trading setup. Just because this has a high probability chance of getting up to that 36 level, I definitely am not going to go into trade that. I always only trade based on my setup, because that's what gives me, once I see my trading setup, that's what gives me the true confidence to put a good amount of money on per risk per trade on that. But where do you think resistance will be for the next up? Oh, you're talking about natural gas there, Jesse B. Next resistance. Well, the next up is not happening right now. So, on that, but where do you think the next resistance will be for the next up? Well, the next resistance would be this next previous high up here. So around 30, that would be a resistance point there. But right now it's not going up, it's going down. It doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. It looks like we're probably going to continue down even more. So if you are buying natural gas, which I know a lot of people did, they saw this big, this is exactly what crypto did. You see natural gas spike up, then it dropped down. People think it's going to happen again, and then they buy it, and then it just keeps going down. Crypto market, big spike up, big back down, and then it's like, no. How do you feel about the VIX and the TVX? I think all gold mining companies will go down with the rest of the other equities. The block anonymous. We are about to see the next big leg down soon in the stock market. Okay. Well, that may be the case, but you want to analyze the individual market based on that individual market. So if I'm analyzing the GDXJ as an example, I'm analyzing that for that. I'm not saying, well, gold stocks are going to drop because the Dow Jones are going to drop. They're completely different markets. So, and if you're looking to see what's happening with the gold stocks juniors, analyze the gold stocks juniors. Don't say, well, gold stocks are going to fall because of this other thing. That's just you guessing, gambling, hoping, thinking, and feeling. It's like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So that's basically what I see happening through there. So yeah, this is what a lot of people really get wrong. They think, well, because this thing is going to happen over here, then that's going to mean this thing's happen over here. No one knows that. No one knows that. What you want to do is that if you want to place a trade on a market, place a trade based on what that market is telling you, or that stock or that index is telling you. Don't say I'm going to short the silver and gold stocks because they're definitely going to drop because the stock market's definitely going to crash. Firstly, no one definitely knows the stock market's going to crash. And firstly, and then secondly, who says that gold stocks are going to drop? Gold stocks have been in a pretty bear market for quite some time. So they're inverse right now. Gold stocks have been going down for quite some time for the last couple of years. And now they just looks like they're starting to bottom out a lot more, where the stock market is looking top heavy. So it's actually inverse. So, yeah. So what I'm saying by that is, like, for example, if you think gold's going to go up, don't say, well, I'm going to go buy some gold stocks, because that's not the same. You want to make sure that you want to make sure that you are trading that individual market based on that individual market. So that's basically what you want to do. You never want to, because that's then you're starting to guess what you think, what you hope for in the market. And that's never, ever a good idea. If you're trading a market, you make a decision based on what that market is telling you. It's so important, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen in the markets. Everyone is going to liquidate into USD. That's your opinion there. That may or may not happen. With that information, you can, whether they do or don't, you cannot do anything with that to get ahead in the markets. Because if you think everyone's going to liquidate into US dollars, does that mean the stock market's going to crash because that's going to happen? Again, that's what you think is going to happen. No one, you never ever know what's going to happen. And so therefore, what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you ever think something's going to happen, if you ever think something's going to happen, then I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, the opposite happens. Why are I? What about this? This is an ugly stock as well too. Like this is. I'm not sure what you want me to look at here. It looks like it's about to go to zero. There's nothing here. It's in a big downtrend. Trying to buy it now is you trying to be right with the market and trying to buy a bottom. Andrew, go gold. Hi, John. I did a nice swing trade on gold stocks, just cashed in on Friday. Okay, cool. Cool. Andrew, what I recommend you doing is what I want to see you doing is taking a trade based on a proven pattern in the markets that you can take again and again and again and again and again. Not just getting in now and even if you do make money, it doesn't really mean anything. Because making money on 1 trade or 2 trades or 3 trades, you may be lucky. You may have got into at a really good time. All I care about is what can you do for the rest of your life. And if you want to do well in these markets for the rest of your life, not just be lucky every now and then you want to be trading a proven pattern that that works more times than not. That's what I want you to focus on. Oh, okay, it's the wrong one there, Blockbuster. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure about the Canadian ticker. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't have the Canadian ticker up here. And what do you think about crude oil? Crude oil has just gone through. Crude oil is just gone through a bear market pullback. Like, look at it. We've had a big drop down, and now we're just gone through a bear market rally. That's all it is. It's not a bottom, not yet anyway. It may be or may not be. Look at this here. Big, big, big drop down. All we're doing is just gone through a bit of a pullback. That's how the markets work. Look at this here. Drop down, strong pullback. Drop down, strong pullback. Drop down, strong pullback. Pullback, pullback. Look at this here. Big run up and then a strong pullback. So the market's pulled back. We've been going down for quite some time. The market is due for some sort of a pullback. So yeah, so that's basically what you're looking at there. So all right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Make sure you head on down to mastertraderlab.com to grab your free trial. Or go to John's flash sale to get the special flash sale there. So, all righty, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.